Get your
Going
box.
live. I did. I got my dick box. I was going to say something, but I wanted to bring it up.
It should have been there by now because it's supposed to be there by Thursday.
We're recording. We're live. I did get my dick box number 3.
Yes.
And you surpassed yourself, my friend.
Oh, yeah. I told you this was going to be a big one. This was a big box this time.
The kid was really excited to come in my room and grab this off my desk.
Well, it's Chuck Palahniuk interview.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, I pull it out of the box last, and I'm like, oh, Chuck. Okay.
It takes a minute. Yeah, okay. There's always going to be some random magazine article that's nothing. That's like, it is either Nick Cage or some kind of connection to you.
Well, I was like, who the fuck is this? And my wife recognized her. I have no idea.
Lisa Rinna. Yeah,
I have no idea who that is. But I saw this and I was like,
yeah, that's why.
I was like, all right, that's why. All right.
That's why. Yeah.
Good. I'll actually read that. I'm actually going to read Playboy because you can't masturbate to a Playboy anymore.
No. It's about the articles. It's very interesting.
The internet has ruined. It's just like,
I could have saw her naked months ago, years ago, anytime I want.
Yeah. I can look up Jennifer Lawrence's butthole anytime I want.
It's true. And you can find it.
If I wanted to.
And it just looks at you and sings.
It winks.
Hallelujah.
Hello, Phoenix.
Hello. I have a sunflower in my ass.
All right.
Let's see it.
Shall we? Oh.
I have a sunflower in my ass if you're interested.
Exactly.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. There's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop. Dark territory.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
Steve Cranston, a man living what Thoreau called a life of quiet desperation. A man once successful, once firmly ensconced in the American dream, only to have it turn into a nightmare. Steve Cranston, a statistic whose number is about to be called from the Twilight Zone.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to the episode 371 for TZ85's 318 Street of Shadows. I keep wanting to say streets. I'm Phoenix West.
Yeah. Dick. I fucking hated this episode so much. I just want to come out and say this episode sucks so bad.
I hate it.
Ugh.
It's boring.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing you can be, is just flat out boring. Because even the Night Gallery ones that I hated, like that, the
Immoral.
Yes,
that one. Yeah.
I'm telling them the name of it. I can't.
It's the Dandenberry wine.
Marmalade wine.
Yeah.
But that one, there's some great shit in there that I loved. But it's overall not my cup of, poison. Pardon the pun, but not my cup of tea, not my cup of wine. But this one, I didn't even watch it. I just listened to it, and I checked every few seconds. And you're like, "Did you see a boom mic?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't have a chance to because it was on the screen that I wasn't looking at." But I did go back today when I
watched it.
I didn't watch it because I was like, "I'm gonna watch this again while I'm getting ready," and I'm like, "I fucking can't." And I fast forwarded, and then I fast forward saw the boom mic, and I was like, went back.
There you go. That's enough. That's good enough.
Yeah, so I saw it like right away.
It's in there for a bit. It's like it comes in and out, and it's like, oh wow, I hope someone got fired for that blunder.
Yeah,
but I think it's because of the pan. I think it's because of the pan and scan. I don't think that's the right format that we're watching it in. I think it's supposed to be cropped, so that's probably why you saw the boom mic.
It would be a little curved, but it was still like.
So I don't know that.
I still think it would be there.
I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, maybe it was like they could have cropped it out, but I don't know. That was pretty low.
At least this has subtitles. No, this one doesn't have subtitles.
Oh,
I forget which one didn't have subtitles because Night Gallery wouldn't let me fast forward through it or not skip to the episode. So you click on the episode, and then you can't choose the story. You have to watch and fast forward. And then this, I think, was the one that didn't have subtitles. I forget which
Right.
order it was, but either way, I was like, it was frustrating to watch these.
Oh, yeah.
But Streets of Shadows, I do want to say this is my first time doing the show sober. And
oh, God, it must be terrible. Because you can't drink anymore. Is that the new diet? They're not going to let you drink?
I can. Yeah, been getting a little sloppy lately, if you haven't noticed. So, gonna pull on the
Says who? What are you talking about?
I was having a good time.
I love you guys.
Last week was ridiculous. All right,
hilarious.
Yeah.
No, but this episode, one of those supposed to be a moral episode, but it turns out it just feels gross because this guy is already an asshole. And like, I don't like him. And the actor portraying the guy that's down on his luck is just such an asshole. I don't like him. So when he just goes for a walk because he's working at some shelter that's going to be shut down or something.
He lives in the shelter with his wife and daughter.
Yeah.
And then they're going to get shut down the next day. He's interviewing for a spot in a bed in a new place, I think, because they're out of funding. They're going to close. And then he just like, a real asshole to his kid and wife, or to his kid and wife. I said it right. And then he's like, I'm gonna fuck this. And he's gonna talk about how he can't find a job because there's 200 names for 2 positions or something like that. And
some job fair they didn't like. And I mean, too bad he wasn't around today. You could work at Panda Express for $18 an hour.
I'd love to see this guy working at Panda Express.
You want some chow mein? Shut up!
Every woman is just getting verbally abused.
You stupid bitch. You want some white rice? That's some brown rice for that ass of yours. Sir, what's wrong with you? Nothing. I'm broke.
If you're gonna have the point of the story be he flip-flops and learns the lesson of life.
There is no lesson, though. He doesn't flip-flop.
There's no lesson.
There's no lesson in this.
He actually steals money in his flip-flops.
Yes.
That works out for him.
He goes into a house. Okay, so he goes for a walk because he's upset and he yells at his wife and no one understands him. He's in pain, blah, blah, blah. And he goes into this, which is hilarious. He's walking down this rich, affluent neighborhood, and the fucking security guard, or like whatever, they're working on the security gate. And the guy goes,
Security is the name.
Yeah. He goes, well, this fence needs to be fixed tomorrow, but the light's on. No one's gonna know it's unlocked. That's fine. Leave it alone. It'll be fine for the night.
I have the scene right here.
Yeah, play this. It's so ridiculous.
I wrote down Sleepwell security is awful.
Don't hire these guys.
Full volume.
Wouldn't you know it? The one piece I need I don't have with me.
Well, what do you suggest be done in the meantime?
Just leave it off tonight. I'll be back in the morning. Leave it off?
And do you really think that's such a good idea?
Oh, look, I've left the arm light on.
Hey, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Good job, Sleepwell.
Nah, that's fine. I'm going to go back to my truck and fall asleep because I'm drunk. I don't care. Yeah. You're fine. You rich bastard. Fuck you.
And I love that he does the super rich voice, the butler.
Yes.
Do you really think that's wise?
Oh, my. What is this? How dare you?
I had a stroke.
Stroke. No, and then you get inside this guy, so you cut to the inside of this mansion, and it's some rich guy talking to his accountant or some business partner or whatever he is. I have no idea. He almost looks like Eric Bogosian from Under Siege 2. Almost. Yeah, he was smoking. So again, like this is the 80s. They all smoke. And what a wonderful era. I miss that so much. Everyone's smoking, and he talks like this.
In a time you didn't want to smoke because everything's wood and wool.
Yes.
Like a wool sweater, a wood
everything looks like it smells like a pack of Charlestons. It's just like,
either a sauna or
a
pack of a Denny's.
Yeah.
What is this? It's
a Big Bear Diner booth.
They say they're down to the bone as it is.
No, they're not. Dark territory.
It's a stand-in.
He was in one of these episodes, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was actually in the episode that we liked, the Talisman episode, where he could heal people.
Yes,
remember?
He was a healer.
He ended up being a good guy at the end of the show, and he got a second chance at everything. But now that one was a good moral tale. This one just sucks. This one's terrible. The guy breaks into this guy's house. He finds a bunch of money in a drawer. But did you notice that, though? In the stack of 100s, there's a bunch of ones in there. Like, he wasn't supposed to fill it out so much because there's just a bunch of ones. So it's like, is that real money? They couldn't get prop money? So they had to make like a pile of $100 bills look thick. So they just put a bunch of ones from all like the Teamsters. They just took all their ones out of their wallets and put them together for the scene. I just thought that was kind of
Teamsters. They're not going to get the Teamsters money.
No, of course not. Brett, pass the basket around, guys. We got to do one for Rod.
It's not part of my contract.
So lazy. Yeah, watch. Look at the stack of ones.
One.
Yeah, see, bunch of ones
out
in
of
there.
Here.
It's hilarious.
Stay right where you are.
Those are all ones. Other than
they're all ones. It's like, duh. I guess the actor just got too excited and she's like, "No, dude, no. Just look, just a little bit. Damn it, he ruined the illusion."
I love when actors have to play themselves, where it's just a guy struggling to get work, and this guy shows up. Like, yeah, I think I could play that.
This is a typical Tuesday in LA for anybody who's an actor.
Yeah, I can show up and act like I want work really bad.
Well, we're sorry. We're looking for more of a duh idiot. Oh, well, okay.
You're just kind of a bore.
You're more of an intellectual idiot. Oh,
you're more immoral.
Immoral.
That would be immoral.
That's a good take. That's a good clip.
Wow.
It's great. It's perfect.
That one's not
perfect for this show.
Every last second of it.
He's
looking at something.
He's the saving grace of that episode for sure.
Of maybe the entire show.
I can't remember his name though. What actor was that from the Night Gallery? I can't remember. I'll look it up because I gotta remember him. He's got to be somebody from some era. I wonder if he's still alive.
I can find out. Marmalade wine.
Yeah, it probably takes a second. But let me yawn here for a second. No, but this episode, so the rich man confronts the guy going through his wall, going through his cash, with a gun. He's shaking and he's scared. And the best part we forgot. This asshole takes a drink from the booze from the. He takes a drink from the sifter, and he's drinking the guy's booze, looking around, going, "Oh, gee, wouldn't it be nice if I had this life? Wow, look at that." He's not talking, but you can say that's what he's thinking. And so, like, he takes the brandy sifter, or whatever that brandy. Why am I blanking on it? What do you call it when you put whiskey in a bottle, but it has like the top on it?
While you're thinking about that, his name is Robert Morse.
Okay.
He's in How to Succeed in Business, in some Mad Men episodes.
Oh, he's in Mad Men. Never saw it.
It's from Massachusetts, not England.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah, and he looks exactly the same elderly.
He's still working then, huh?
I'll take a look. No, he's dead. But
oh, yeah, he's dead.
He died this year.
Dead.
Died April 20th. So probably when we covered it, it might have been the last thing we saw was us laughing at his and saying he was the saving grace of that show.
Well, I hope so. I hope Robert Morris, rest in peace, Robert.
But he also stole the gun from the guy's desk. So the guy gets shot with his own gun.
Well, yeah, no, because he throws the brandy at him. He gets shot as he throws the one. They get hit at the same time, remember?
Sorry, I was thinking he shot him, but yeah.
No, because they both get hit at the same time.
Yeah, I was looking at the insert shots and I saw a gun. I thought he grabbed it, but it was the homeowner. Okay,
it was the rich guy. And because he comes out and he throws the brandy at him and he knocks him in the head and he shoots him and then the poor guy who's robbing this guy's house wakes up and he's in the rich guy's house. And that's where you see the boom mic come down to the mirrors where the butler brings him breakfast in bed and then sucks him off. Which he didn't expect, but that was a funny part of the episode. It didn't happen. I made that all up. But wouldn't that be funny if that
scene with the boom?
Wouldn't that be funny if it's like, sir, would you like me to blow you this morning? Whoa, wait, what? Yes.
Why do you even have to ask? Come on,
it's your daily blow.
Your morning blowy, sir.
Moaning blowies, huh?
You like to get drunk and call it "cum fist in bed." I'm not
Oh,
comfortable
well,
with that name.
I mean, I'm here. I guess it's not gay if it's not my dick. This is
4 generations of this family I've sucked off in the morning.
It's,
Show the other map.
there it is. Hi, Boom Mike. Oh, there it is. And it comes back too. It comes back.
Look at
Hello. It's like right there.
Oh, that's not right. I was shot.
Oh, you're confusing.
There it is. Still there. Oh, it's up. No, still there.
There's no way that would be cropped out because look where his head is right there.
I know that's the thing. I think it's that mirror. They fucked up having that big old mirror. What kind of bedroom? Look at that mirror. That whole wall is a mirror.
I don't want shit right here by my feet. I don't know about you, but
no, I don't like that either. Is that where his TV is? Is that the TV?
It's got to be the rich guy stock market TV.
It's got to be a TV, but it's a square TV, so it's even worse. Let's go like you just that vroom goes down, but that was like too square, so it couldn't really go down that far. The VHS tape is sticking out. Snaps.
Need another VCR, jeez.
We need to go get another $800,000 VCR because in 1983, that's what they call 87. That's what they call it. That's what I saw my dad when he bought it, the first VCR for the house back in 1986. It was $700 something, I think, for a VCR. Like, how insane is that? A Blu-ray player, a 4K player isn't even that expensive.
So in 1985, you could get a much better VCR for $200 to $400.
Yeah. I think he bought other stuff, but I think it was $700 total. But he must have bought like speakers and maybe a TV with it. But still,
in 1975, the decade before, they were $1,000.
That's insane. Can you imagine that? And it wasn't even great quality. It was still not the best quality. But actually, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, can you imagine being like 75 right now? It's like, what would you give a shit about Blu-ray? Because you were used to just such bad quality. A VHS, modern, like, just have old VHSs. You could watch whatever all day long. You'd be happy as shit. You'd be like, it's letterbox. I'm happy with that.
At
least it's letterbox, yeah.
You can watch all your old programs on the aspect they're supposed to be on the TV they're supposed to be played on.
Yeah, no, I do like the fact that we have widescreen TVs, though. That's the one thing I do.
It is nice.
I'm thankful for is the widescreen TV.
Now I can watch Twilight 1985 in not terrible quality, but being on a 4K TV, it's a little like, and it takes up, there's
what's that square, right? Yeah. And you can really focus on that boom mic then.
Yeah, now you can really see because it's this big in my TV.
I bet. Yeah, shit. I caught it in my my laptop here. That's not a very big screen. Like, holy shit! It was pretty obvious. But yeah, so they swap. Basically, it's a life swap episode, which Twilight Zone has done a number of times. But this one, it's just there's
not
really
as funny as the one episode of 2002 where he turns into the black dude or the Hispanic dude.
That one is the greatest.
That one's insanity.
That one must be one of the greatest episodes of all time because it's just so ridiculous. And then, like, his neighbors bring a gun out on him when he's black. He literally turns into a black man.
He turns black throughout the episode.
And at first, we thought it was going to be blackface, but then they went with a black actor. To think, oh, well, thank God for that. At least they didn't go for, like, C. Thomas Howell Soul Man on it.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
They almost did. They almost did.
I racism up my face with a rag on a stick. Lathering it
I don't know nothing or nothing. You coming to get me a neighbor? He scratches his head, eating a big old piece of watermelon. Oh, no. And, oh, Jesus Christ, what is this?
Calling women bitches.
Hey, bitch, just give me some watermelon, bitch. Get away. I need some hot sauce on my watermelon. Oh, my God. This is racist.
Yeah, that's a very racist movie.
It's such a bad.
Doesn't age well.
No. But so this episode, they have swap. He goes to the hospital because he finds out that the guy, he goes to the hospital, sees that the rich man is in his place in a coma with a head wound, and his wife and kid are there. And the daughter's reaction, the worst actress in the world, I laughed. You shot my daddy. Like, oh God, what is this? This is terrible. He's like, no, I didn't. Listen, honey, don't how dare you show your face here? And she's like, oh God, this is so bad.
I'm finding the clip right now.
Yeah, he's at the hospital. He's confronting the daughter and the wife because he's no, it's me. Ugh.
You gotta believe me.
Wow,
I'm gonna
find some answers. Out the window, Jack.
This TZ needed a window hop. When a guy gets traded to another person's body or doesn't know who he is, you need a guy flying out a window.
Absolutely.
What's wrong?
What are you doing here?
Leave me alone.
Honey, what's wrong? Don't you recognize me either?
Of course she does. You're the bastard who shot her daddy.
You're the bastard that shot her dad.
Stay away from me.
You know, she went on to win an Oscar.
Wait, who is that?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
Her daughter.
It's Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
That young girl became Beyonce Knowles.
It's a time traveling. What's her name? The woman who gets nominated every Meryl Streep.
Oh, Meryl
every
Streep.
year.
Oh, God. Just do the same part. Oh, the same part over and over again. Ugh.
Yep.
Ugh. I hate Meryl Streep.
She does that part well, though.
I guess she's a bitchy white woman. Yeah, good job, Meryl Streep. Congratulations, you're playing what you are. But a bitchy old white woman. Oh, that's right.
That should be her next movie.
Bitchy white
old white woman.
Bitchy old white woman starring bitchy Meryl Streep. Co-starring Cut Midler.
Oh, God.
I hate Bette Midler.
All the actresses from that generation.
All the worst fucking just awful. Guest starring Diane Keaton. But in a small world because she's too sweet and cute and pretty.
We did a Diane Keaton episode last week.
Yes, we did. That's why I was bringing it up because we were talking about how hot she was in 1970. She was a stone cold fox.
She was good too in that episode.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah, that was one of the better ones.
Better episode.
Yeah. But this episode, now we're getting to the end. He
breaks into a guy's house, steals his money. The guy is like, "Hey, stop doing that thing that you're doing," which I just mentioned. And he's like, "I don't want to stop doing it. Can I just leave?" And he's like,
"Yeah,
no, I'm gonna call the cops." And he's like,
"Yeah,
but I want to take your money and leave." And he's like, "No." So he picks up the decanter.
That's it. Yeah, thank you.
I had to do it in a speed.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's in the head with it. And he shoots him, of course, and they swap.
Yeah.
So it lets you know the rest of the episode, he takes advantage of the guy's money and pays off the homeless shelter and funds it like Bruce Wayne does. And funds it, and then he swaps back when he drinks out of the same glass.
Yeah.
Isn't that how he trades back? Something
stupid. Yeah. Because first he's having his meeting with Eric Bogosian again, and he's having his 5 packs of cigarettes, talking about his finances. And he goes, "How much money do I have?" He goes, you have a quite substantial sum. What if I bought this shelter? Like right now, let's go buy it right now. He goes, "Well, why would you do that?" And he's like, "I just do what I said." And he goes, "Oh, you clever bastard. You're always 5 steps ahead. There's something going down here." And like, he goes, "Oh, we'll do it. But I just don't know why you're doing it. You're crazy to buy that place."
Something's going on.
Something's happening. And then so he buys it. He spends the rich guy's money. And the next morning he wakes up in the hospital bed. Back to where he belongs.
Buys it. He tells him to buy it. Doesn't buy it yet. He just goes, "Hey, buy that." And he goes, "All right," and leaves.
Right.
Has a sip out of that glass.
Now don't try anything. I'm not afraid to use this.
Right. No. Oh, so that was it. It was a magical decanter.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
That's really what it is.
No. Because he wakes up in the hospital bed. His daughter, his horrible actor daughter's in there. His wife's in there. Honey. And guess what? Not only did this happened literally within 12 hours, which is impossible. Like literally, oh, guess what? You woke up. Somebody bought the shelter, and you have a job. You have a job forever now. He said he wants to hire you for 5 years to work on it. And he has.
You don't have to lift a finger.
You don't have to do nothing. You're going to work be in the shelter, and we're going to live in a shelter with homeless people. Thank you. And molesting fucking homeless people with a daughter and every creepos in the world coming in and out of that shelter. Yeah, thanks a lot. This is a terrible episode. I hated it.
This is me watching the ending.
Wow.
Absolutely.
It's like, oh, this is stupid.
I just took a shotgun in my mouth. I was just like, ugh, this is terrible.
Now I gotta watch Night Gallery. Ugh.
Oh, well, that's the thing. I was like, oh shit, but then I realized it was Eyes. It's the Steven Spielberg episode.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. I had seen it before, so I had seen it many times. So I was like, okay, I get it. I could watch half of this and kind of be in and out of it.
You know what's funny? Oh, never mind. There's no trivia for this episode. I was thinking it was the trivia where it says the boom mic was visible. It's under Goose.
No, that was us. We found that.
Yeah. And
that's what happens when you do your due diligence on an episode. Not much. Yeah, this episode. So this is like one of the last episodes, right? Because it's the third season.
Well, keep in mind, this episode only exists so that they could put it in syndication.
Right. Yes.
They did find that out last week.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the only reason there's a season 3 of the show. We were trying to figure out why there's a year off between seasons. Like it's fucking
because it was canceled.
Mad Men or Sopranos or some weird shit, but it was canceled, and they were like, "We gotta."
Yeah, they needed a year to get their stories together. That's right. Twilight Zone.
Clearly, they didn't give a shit at this point for season 3.
Yeah.
Because how many episodes of season 3 have we done? Let me pull it up.
Far,
Okay, we did this last week. We went over how many. We've done quite a few, varying quality. Most of them not that good.
The third season's pretty bad.
It's got the Ben Murphy episode, Love is Blind, though. The guy at the bar.
Love is Blind. Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, that one sucked, too.
It sure did.
That's another one that was like a life change, like a body swap, or he has like, yeah, these are all kind of the same episodes. They're very similar in tone and story.
We're never going to see another episode like Grandma.
No, probably not.
That episode was fucking solid.
That was a good one.
I love that episode.
That was a really well done episode.
Yeah, and it's never going to happen again.
I just don't ever want to watch that JFK episode again.
Oh God,
that was so fucking just boring and just insultingly infuriating because they not only do they put JFK, they save JFK, they put him in the future where he's giving speeches to colleges because they cheated history out of his death.
The
that one sucked
teacher, the time traveler dude switches with JFK. He's the one that gets his head blown off.
Right, and it's like a grandson. It's like his great grandson or something like that. Because they have to be related.
The guy that plays JFK has the super thick Boston accent.
Well, it's Andrew Robinson. He's a great actor. He was in Dirty Harry. He's Scorpio, and then he's in Hellraiser. He's the dad. And he's Garrick on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He's a great actor.
Speaking of which, I did finish all the Dirty Harry movies.
Yes.
I have not watched The Mule yet, so no spoilers on that.
Well, I still have to finish it. I'm only halfway through.
Good.
I never finished The Mule.
Noticed in the last the second to last Dirty Harry in Sudden Impact.
Yeah.
When you asked me if I saw the boom mic in today's episode, I almost said yes because I was thinking there's a shot in the beginning where he opens the door and you just see the cameraman. It's like,
yeah.
I was like, hey, buddy.
Hey, so Sudden Impact. What's up?
Like, what are you doing?
Sudden Impact is like tonally all over the place because it feels like a comedy. Then it's a rape revenge story. Then it's like a pseudo sick rape sequence where you're just like, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable. This is dark. It gets real dark.
Directing his wife in like a weird rape fantasy.
Yeah, it's effective because it's just like it's off-putting, like that's what it's supposed to be. But it's just like, and then it's goofy comedy. Then it's like he gets to that town and he's driving in the senior bus to go bust a bank robber. That's just happening as soon as he gets to the town. He gets to that little sleepy village. Commissioner Gordon is there as the sheriff. He runs the police station, and it wasn't a bad story. Actually, I liked a lot of it. It was just so weird because like Clint Eastwood is in a goofy comedy for half of the movie.
Yeah,
and it's about rape. It's a rape revenge story.
I think that was him because it's the only one Clint Eastwood directed.
Yes,
I think that was him being like, we got to offset all the rape. In murder.
I guess,
there's a high body count in that one.
Yeah, no, sudden impact is pretty good. He kills a lot of people in that one.
Because also the subplot of that movie is he gets that it's the first one where he's successful, right? At the beginning, and those guys go away. Is that one? And they start tracking him down the rest of the movie.
Yes.
So the gang is coming after him one at a time.
Yeah, because the police, well, he blows them up. He gets rid of him in the middle of the movie. But the sheriff or the detective goes, "You gotta get out of town and cool things off. Just go on vacation. Just go on vacation somewhere." So he goes to the sleepy Santa. He goes to Santa Cruz. It's not called Santa Cruz, but Santa Cruz, and which is basically 20-something miles from where he lived, which was Carmel, Monterey, California.
Yeah.
Where he was mayor, by the way.
Yeah, he was mayor during that. He was
mayor.
Was he during that? I know he's during the last one. He was. I don't think he was yet.
No, not yet. I don't think he was there yet. But what's funny was he's at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, which was a amusement park we used to go to growing up, all the time. So I knew that place backwards and forwards, and it's just funny because when he shoots the guy off the Big Dipper, the roller coaster, and he falls. And he falls through the carousel roof onto the unicorn, which I thought was going to happen because there was that moment when they're chasing her on the carousel. He focuses on the unicorn with the horn. Did you notice that?
No.
And there's a moment where he's just a little bit long. He's on that unicorn for a long time, and you're like, "Oh no!"
They do that a few times.
No way! Yeah. But in reality, the carousel is here and the Big Dipper is over here. So for him to fall, he falls to the parking lot, not the ceiling of the carousel. Yeah, that was completely fake.
Took me out of the movie, frankly.
Well, it took me out of it because I knew better. I was like, "Oh, that's bullshit." He would have fell into the parking lot.
Yeah, but if you watch any movie in LA where they're driving, they're like, "Oh, they're by the airport. Oh, wait, now they're in Hollywood. How the fuck?
Yeah,
that was 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, no way.
The same shot.
No.
Oh, they're in Burbank. What the? You're like, yeah.
Now they're in Monrovia. What the fuck?
All right, so he changes body back and the family. Here's the outro. And then we'll give it a score.
It's a terrible.
It has been a time of changes for Steve Cranston, and the hard times are by no means over. But perhaps now the decisions ahead will be a little easier to make. There are no easy answers here or in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's boring. The acting's terrible. I didn't care.
No.
I didn't care about this character, which is another huge detriment.
Yeah.
He was a dick, and so we didn't see him enough to realize he's not a dick anymore. He just was like the luckiest dick in the world because he threw the cannon at a guy's head
and turned into him for a day. Yeah. How's that even possible?
He almost killed the guy, and that's what saved him.
Yeah, pretty much. While he was robbing him. That would be immoral.
It would be immoral.
His robbing. But yeah, so what grade are you giving it?
I was giving it a 4, but now I'm going on to 3.
I'm going to give the lowest score I've ever given a 2.
Wow.
I'm going to give it. I did not like it that much. It is just so terrible. This is a 2.
Debuted January 21st, 1989. Has a 6.2.
That's who voted for that? How many votes?
218.
Oh,
not including mine.
218 idiots.
Well, not all 218 are because there's a 6, unless they all gave it Frank gave it a 4.
4? Well, yeah, I guess that's true. That's all right.
I originally gave it a 4.
Are you asleep, Frank? Is that why you're not joining us right now? Are you on your way to work? Are you watching this on your phone? What are you doing? You smoking a pack of cigarettes, coming back home. Missy's there, sitting on the bed with her come hither stare, saying, "Listen, pal, baby number 2 on deck. Let's go." Boom. All right, I'm here. Let's do this.
You don't get the baby in me. We're visiting the Hampton Inn again.
Let's say Goodfellas. Oh, all right. Here's some money. This much. Oh, shit.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Take it.
So long, citizens. Simple, short, and sweet. Like a Rice Krispie treat, G.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I really want in a girl? Me.
I get it. That would be immoral. It's a stranger. Well, I'm going to get new blinds soon, so I'm excited for that. Because half these blinds are shit.
Oh, are they?
Home Depot. It's fucking cheap. They come in, they do a consultation, they do it, and it's done. You pay $50 up front for the consultation. They come and they do it. You pick your blind, and that's it. It's done. Because I got some funky ass windows in this place.
Frank said he's working till 11.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back, and we'll continue just a few minutes. I just got to throw something downstairs real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to get a drink of water here.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Looking at yard sales, not many happening this weekend.
Why not?
July 4th weekend, I think.
Oh, yeah. Keep forgetting.
Probably do a garage sale next weekend. I need to unload some stuff.
I feel like I would spend a fortune at your garage sale.
Well, here's a good deal.
Dun, 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 dun. Just adding this. One more second. And then we'll bang through my gallery. All for our ultimate goal, ultimate prize of Starman.
I enjoyed Starman. I think I'm going to be the angel for Starman. You'll be the devil for Starman. Roadblock outcast.
Let's begin, shall we? We're beginning. Let's do a theme song. I want to hear Futurama. Yeah, let's do. Ooh.
You're entering a realm which is unusual. Maybe it's magic, or contains some kind of monster. The second one. Prepare to enter the scary door.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
There's a gremlin destroying the plane! You've got to believe me! Why should I believe you? You're Hitler! No!
Auger d'Art number 2. A portrait. Its subject, Miss Claudia Menlo. A blind queen who reigns in a carpeted penthouse on Fifth Avenue. An imperious, predatory dowager who will soon find a darkness blacker than blindness.
Overly written
This
speech.
is her story.
I couldn't remember. Was this one written by Rod Serling? Did he write all these stories?
I'm not sure. Let's take a look.
This is technically the pilot episode, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the pilot, so it's 100B. Let's take a look at the full. I don't like we have to do an IMDb to see all the writers and shit. This one was, all of them written by Rod Serling.
Yeah, I do like this first episode. The pilot is strong because I remember I used to watch this because this was on Sci-Fi Channel a lot when they premiered. I remember when they premiered Night Gallery for the first time, like back in the 90s, and this was the first episode they showed, obviously. And I remember watching it being like, oh, this is awesome. And Port d'Ivoire. The first story is what I really liked. This one is the middle story. It's kind of whatever, but Steven Spielberg directed it, which is the only reason it has any kind of value, really. And even then, it's like, it's okay. It's not like, oh, it's Steven Spielberg. You can tell it's Steven Spielberg, you know?
No, it's before he really got his style down, obviously. There wasn't thousands of people staring at stuff off screen. We didn't have to endure that. I do like the episode a little bit.
That's fine. Yeah, it's good.
I don't want to shit all over it.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm not shitting on it, but yeah.
So imagine your first TV directorial debut there, and you show up in fucking Joan Crawford's the actress you have to direct.
Yeah, and she's already a bitch. Yeah, she's already a notorious bitch by this point.
Oh yeah,
everybody knows. But I think they got along well because he just he knew all her movies, so he just kind of schmoozed her, and then that's what won her over. And she was like, "Oh, I love this guy," and that's kind of how that happened. I know that for a fact. He just, he used the good old Spielberg knew what he was doing. He was no stupid guy. He no dummy. No. He knew how to schmooze an old cranky bitch.
She didn't live too much longer after this, only 8 years. It's one of her last credits. After this was Virginia and Trog, Tim Conway Comedy Hour, and then The Sixth Sense, which
Trog?
The Sixth Sense, the TV series, they kind of tied in in order to fill the padding when they aired this show, Night Gallery on Air, they filled it in with episodes of Sixth Sense for some fucking reason.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why they did that, but I remember reading that before, and people were pissed about it. But yeah, she died in 1977.
Wow. Okay.
This debuted November 8th, 1969, so not too much longer.
Wow, so 69? Holy shit.
Frank says this wasn't good.
No, he's not wrong, but
yeah, I also compare it to the other Night Gallery episodes. I didn't hate
what's
it.
The thing? Yeah.
It was a little too artsy for artsy's sake.
I just like the fact that it was the Happy Days dad was the loser who sacrificed his eyes. He got paid off for his eyes because he was a fucking gambling degenerate gambler and he owed money. So he's like, hey, I gotta take my eyes. I don't need my eyes that much, do I? Well, I guess not. Man.
Yeah, Tom Bosley plays like a simple-minded man.
He's just an idiot. He's just a degenerate gambler. He talks about his son. Like, I guess his son's gonna get paid out and he'll be comfortable after this. And he's just like, what's the point? I hope I don't run into a bookie after this before I have the surgery. And he has the money when they give it to him.
He has a really sad line where he goes, Oh, I get take my time, no big deal. I give myself a couple hours before I kill myself, something like that. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
goddamn, man, come on. And you never see him again in the
No,
episode.
you don't. That's it. So, yeah, that is it. He is done.
Just out of there. Okay, so the setup, a doctor's walking through a lobby, and there's a guy with a painting, and he's like, that cunt upstairs was all bitching about it, and she's such a bitch, even though she's blind. Yeah. I made this. It's great. I'll have one final layer of lacquer on it, and it's done. And he's like, all right. And he's like, what kind of bitch gets a whole apartment building on Fifth Avenue and only has herself as the only tenant? I was like, okay, interesting.
Someone that could afford it?
Yeah. I don't know. That sounds like a great idea, honestly.
I think anybody would do that. Yeah, I mean, if you have the money, I think anybody would, and they do that even today.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some billionaire, tech billionaire who's just like, I have a whole building myself.
Just buy the whole skyscraper.
Let's look at the building.
Live on the top floor.
Yeah.
Each
piss
floor
off the side.
Yeah.
Every morning.
This is my pog room. I collect all the pogs.
This floor is dedicated to pogs.
Yeah.
The
Just
fuck?
all of them glued to the wall.
Yeah.
You can't even play with them.
It doesn't matter. I like to look at them. Oh, and this floor is the slammer floor. That's for all the slammers. Oh my God, no.
Those you can't glue to the wall. They'll fall right off. They're too heavy. You have to drill them.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ, this room is horrible.
And this one's just the big tubes.
Yeah.
To hold them. All empty. And these 15 floors are just Ghostbusters memorabilia.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I'm interested to see that. I'm curious. What else you got down here?
Nobody can see those.
This is my private room. I don't let anybody.
Only the guy who cleans off my cum.
Yeah.
Well,
damn it.
My Dan Aykroyd wax figures. I gotta get a new one to say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That cum has the acidic enzymes in there and melted his face right off.
I was looking at your dick box because it's full of Ghostbuster stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, well, now you got a whole new Ecto 1 to play with.
I know, that's from the real Ghostbusters, the one where Ray's in a wheelchair.
That was the 97, the 97 show.
Yeah. Nobody watched it.
I've had that thing for like 3 years now. It's like, no, I can't do anything with this. It's just like, I'll give it to Phoenix. He'll like it.
It'll sit here on a shelf.
He'll need it.
The rest of them.
Oh yeah.
I don't have that one for sure.
No, nobody does.
Good.
And it was complete. It's brand new. It was sealed. Yeah, it is brand new. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. It's gotta, not here. I know we have to wait another year to get our new house, but
is that what's happening? You get a bigger room with your own,
man. Yeah,
is it? Yeah, it's
expensive here.
I bet. Well, and it's going to get worse. Don't buy a house yet because of the whole rates. Interest rates are going to be shitty.
You're going to say rapes.
The rapes are fine. You can deal with that.
Rapes are out of control when you try to buy a house.
Rapes are fun if you can handle them right.
The right attitude.
Right attitude, it's all right.
The exact right, because you got to not want it. Otherwise, it's not a rape.
Exactly.
So,
just like Joan Crawford.
Thank you.
Just like Joan Crawford. When the doctor comes in, he's like, "I'm not going to do your surgery for you, ma'am. I'm not going to let someone who has real eyes be sacrificed for you, blah, blah, blah." And she goes, "Oh, how wonderful, how moral you are, doctor. Look at this." And she gives him a file. And I guess it was basically he was stooping this girl and he got her an abortion that basically killed her. Is that what happened?
It sounds like. No, he recommended a patient go to this guy, and he was notoriously unsanitary.
Bad abortion doctor, yeah.
So, and she died. I have a question about the maid here.
Yeah.
The only other person who's in the building is your boss, and they're blind. I'm not wearing the maid getup.
Yeah, why are you even dressed? She's in the nude.
I'm not dusting anything she's not going to touch.
That's a good point.
I'm not doing a goddamn thing for that lady, especially when she's a bitch. It's different if they're nice.
Yeah.
But look how tall this door is. It's like a 12-foot door. You know she's getting up on a ladder, like cleaning the top of the door. Like, come on.
Did you clean on top of the door today, Gretchen? Yes, ma'am. Oh, you better, you fucking bitch.
Get my white gloves so I cannot see how dirty it is after I touch things.
I can sense the pressure.
Is it dirty, Gretchen? No, ma'am.
Dust
I believe
adds
you.
2.1 point elevate of pressure in the air. I can feel it.
Yeah.
And there's lots of dust in this room, you horrible woman.
She brings in the maid's follow-up.
Yeah. So
the maid has to meet him in the lobby, so she's like, just say it's clean. I'll give you $20.
It's just what she does.
This is awesome. I've been sitting around smoking outside and
just don't go to the pog floor. That's all. Just stay away from there.
Oh man,
she loves her pogs.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but she's really good at it too.
She
I brought my collection over. Gone. They're up on the wall now.
She flipped. She had a slammer. Flipped 10 of my pogs in one go.
The whole stack.
Amazing. All my Alf pogs gone like that.
That was 1969. You gotta.
My monkey.
All my Dark
pogs,
Shadows pogs.
My Dark Shadow monkeys pogs are gone. What a horrible era, the pogs. Like, who thought that would have been something special?
It was.
That was like the late 90s, right? That's got to be 97, 98.
That was before that. Just before that. That was in middle school, I believe. So it was like 96.
Because I remember I have them. They had Star Wars Episode 1. They had like Pog coins for like a game at Taco Bell because I have the sheet still and I have all the Pogs for it. So I was like, oh, so I think Pogs were still around maybe until 2000.
94 to 95 was the peak.
Was that the peak? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I remember going to a flea market. Like you'd have to go to a special store in my town, like out just on the outskirts, and like look through. And they have like one of those places that sells like, here's 55 pounds of 3/4 nuts for this type of screw, and it's like one little bin of that, and the next one had like just random shit, and the next one would have Pogs, and it was like all those stupid ones with skulls or like the bad boy ones.
Yeah, the whole.
I had the Simpsons ones. I was collecting those. That's why I would go there. I still have my Simpsons Pogs.
That would be a good one to get. Yeah, Simpsons Pogs are cool.
I saved those. I saved some of my slammers, and that's about it.
See, that's man. I was thinking like, because I'm doing my collecting room, and oh my God, it's still not enough room. I'm running out of shelves already. I bought 4 Detolfs, and I'm just like, because the Detolfs are okay. They can fit only so much, but they're nice. They have like a nice display, but it's like all my vintage stuff is either too big for it, so I have to put them in another shelf or put them on top or something. But I'm just going to get racks and just pegboard in the
like Goodwill.
I'm just going to pegboard it and rack it up and make it look like a store. And it'd be like a throwback because I have a bunch of like my Batman Returns stuff. I have a whole Batman Returns section.
You sent me a box of Batman Returns cards.
I did, yeah. That was my leftovers.
I was like,
I'll send
very
this.
Random.
I was like, I got to put something else in this box. Oh, here it is. I'll put this in there.
Yeah. I'm not complaining. I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
It was almost a complete set. That's the thing that really pissed me off. There's almost a complete set in there. It's like missing probably 15 cards, give or take. But
I remember seeing those at the store too, actually.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. That's why I have them. It's just they're kind of fun to just have. Like it reminds me of that time when you would go and there would be stacks of Topps wax cards of just every movie ever made in the 90s.
I had the Goosebumps ones.
No. Because that's what they would do that. They don't really do that anymore. They don't make cards like that anymore. And cards are kind of coming back though. That's the funny thing.
I'm noticing a lot, and we'll talk about the upside after this. But I'm noticing, especially the difference between that new Ecto one I got from the new movie.
Right.
I put it together, and it's like 4 or 5, 6, 7 pieces, I guess. But and it's like super cheap plastic. I'm like, if I drop this right now, I would not be able to put it back together.
Yeah, it's flimsy as shit.
The thing you sent me, I was like, this is solid. The original one.
Yeah.
I used to throw mine against the wall.
Yeah.
Doors would pop off, and you'd be put them back in. You're fine.
Anything like made like 20 years ago, it's fucking. It's like industrial plastic. It's so well made. It's just so much better. But again, it's like I'm sure if a shard of it got in your mouth and you swallowed it, it would kill you because it's like lead. But still, it lasts. It's fucking great.
I still have my Ecto one down here. It doesn't have any doors or anything, like all of them.
Yeah.
It's still there and it still looks good.
Yeah.
This new one, I let my daughter play with it. I'm like, be careful.
Right. Yeah. I do have the Ecto one, the remake, the one that came out in Walmart or Target or whatever, the one from the 80s cartoon show. They had the Reeboks. It was like the throwback box. They pulled it off. They had it in stores for like a week and they pulled it off the shelf for some reason. So my buddy found one for me. So I bought it. I was like, buy me one. I'll buy one. And I'm going to put that with my movie. I'm going to put that in a movie case with my Ghostbusters plasma figures, the ones that look like the real guys from the Ghostbusters, the real nice looking figures, not the cartoon ones. Which the
one you sent me.
Yeah,
I put it in that box.
Yeah, keep that one in the package. That one's
he's
too
not
good.
going out.
Yeah, keep that one on card. But I can't sell the rest of my Ghostbusters stuff. For guess what? You'll be getting another box here soon. Your Christmas box. That is the ghost. That is a ghost from Ghostbusters. You pop the eye out. It's like
why is it from last year?
Because they re-released it. It was one of those re-released ones.
The eye doesn't really.
Oh, he's kind of it shoots.
I was like, what is this?
That is a ghost. The real Ghostbusters ghost. That was part of that. You know how they have the toilet that went after people.
Yeah.
That's the other ghost.
I thought I recognized it, but I'm like, kind of. Yeah, he looks kind of familiar, but I was like 2021. I don't know what that is then.
Yeah, no, it was the re-release. It was the rehash ones that went with the rehash of the re-release of the cartoon ones. So they re-released everything. It's just like, goddamn, let's have some original stuff. I mean, come on. You're basically making toys for people who grew up in the 80s. And what kids got now are like, they got nothing. It's like, shit, I feel bad for kids now. All they got is fucking computer screens and video games. That's all they do. It's like they can't play with toys. There's no toys they can play with.
This is Hollywood is dead conversation.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is. Speaking of that'll be brought up again. So eyes. She blackmails the doctor to find somebody to give her healthy eyes, and it's Pausley.
They're swapping out just the nerves. I think it was right because they did it in monkey.
Something. Right. Yeah.
It was successful in a monkey and a goat or some bullshit, and then they were able to get sight for 3 to 5 hours. Something like that. And then, so he's like, if you find someone willing to do that, give up their eyesight for life so you can see for 12 hours at most. Good luck. I'm not doing it. And like you said, gives him the envelope about the abortion that he.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a perfect shot of that. I just fast forward and saw this.
The picture?
Look at that.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that. Typical Spielberg frame. The guy coming into it.
Like, she's the worst blind person ever because she never knows where he is in that room, and it's got like marble floors and those big ass.
It's hilarious.
Work shoes, so it's like, kunk, kunk, and she's like, "Doctor," and she's the worst blind person ever. Good framing though. Good Spielberg framing.
Reveal slightly gamier side.
You know what's nice? Not seeing Victorian furniture everywhere.
Yeah,
God,
I was going to say.
I don't like that Roddy McDowell, the Part A one. The story's fine. The story's good, but it was like, it's that one's overwhelming with the Victorian furniture. Everything's super red.
And they kept it all on storage for the other episodes because they didn't want to spend any more money.
No, Universal's like, just have it all. Nobody else is using it. Ugh.
He's counting.
See, she had no idea where he was.
Right.
You're over here. Worst blind person ever.
So the whole point of this experiment is for her to see for 3 hours. Like that's it. She's going to see for a few hours, and then that's it. So that she's accepted that as a fact of what's going to happen. I didn't realize that now that I rewatched this episode.
Yeah, he goes for a maximum of 12 hours.
Right.
That's what he gives her. But I love my favorite scene is Tom Bosley is a degenerate gambler, owes how much was it? 9,000,
something like that. Yeah, to the bookies.
To the bookies, and they're torturing him with the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
I'm dizzy. I'm telling you, this thing makes me sick.
Hey, this makes you sick.
So okay, I don't want to show too much because Universal shuts this down every time. But the gangster is over here. Tom Bosley's right here, I think, and he's just kicking and spinning him around in a merry-go-round.
Well,
torture.
That's hilarious. You make me pop your fucking eye out for Charlie M.
Charlie fucking M.
I'm gonna spin you around this for 2 fucking days.
Yeah, and then he's like
2 days.
He's like, you owe me the $9,000. Otherwise, I'm sorry to say, but I'm gonna have to kill you. He's like,
yes,
oh, I don't want you to kill me. I'll have some money. And he's like, oh, good, because I really didn't want to kill you. Yeah, I'll have the money. Why? What are you doing? I don't want to tell you. Oh, that's not very friendly. Look at the most Canadian criminal ever. Like, good God. And then he's like, when I get after the operation, I can't tell you what it's about, though. And the guy's like, oh, I respect NDAs. Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
That's okay, Tom Bosley.
I'll stop by your apartment tomorrow or next week or whatever.
You're gonna be in a show for 20 years called Happy Days, and you'll be fine.
You'll only be called Mr. Cunningham in person. Nobody knows a real name.
And you will hate every human being until you do that Father Blately's mystery tour, when you're that priest who solves mysteries in a van in the early 80s, late 80s, early 90s.
Want to hear his voice?
It's the laugh.
It's the laugh, huh?
And Tom Bosley, is this like, he's been around before this, right? This is not his first role.
Oh, no.
Even though this is 1969, he had to have been other stuff.
He started acting at 55.
Okay, shit. No.
Yeah, he's in a ton of shit.
A lot of TV, I would say.
Yep. Almost exclusively. A
Sure,
couple movies here and there. A lot of TV movies.
Yeah.
A working actor of the time. As Tom
Bosley. Yeah. Well, so let's say he did Happy Days. What was Happy Days? What was the run on that?
1 second. He was in another episode of this show called Make Me Laugh, which we've done, by the way.
Okay.
This is the stand-up comedian one.
Right. Yes.
Happy Days was 74 to 84, excuse me.
Okay, 10 years. And then after that, and then he did Father Blandley's Mysteries or something like that. He did the priest show where he was a priest.
Confession.
Fetal Confession.
Fatal Confession.
Oh, Fatal Confession.
He plays Father Frank Dowling.
Frank Dowling.
In 68.
Yeah. Okay.
He died in 2010. He's from Chicago, which you can't tell from the accent. No way.
No shit. He died in 2010. Wow, it's been that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of the last things he did was that 70s show. Crazy.
Oh my God.
Fitting.
Tom Bosley. Hey, how you doing?
The last movie he did was the Backup Plan.
Oh, wait.
Apparently it's a Ben Affleck movie? No. Who's
Backup Plan. Who's in that one? The Backup Plan.
Jennifer Lopez and Alex O'Loughlin.
Oh no.
Who the shit is Alex O'Loughlin?
That's got to be a romantic comedy of like the worst kind.
I don't know, but okay.
Ooh.
So, Mr. Cunningham is the guy who's going to give up his eyesight.
He took my eyes.
They cut to later. He's having that meeting there with all the doctors and lawyers and shit.
Right. They give him his wad of cash.
And I swear, this office right here, I'm going to show it. This office is in like 15 episodes of Night Gallery.
Yeah.
It's like M's office in every James Bond movie.
Yeah.
This set must have been used so much. Moneypenny's just out of frame.
I like that couch, though. That'd be a nice couch to have.
I don't like leather couches.
Well, it needs to be a soft leather couch.
In Arizona, I don't want any sort of leather.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
This guy's got leather chairs and couch, though.
Everybody's just leathered up. He's into that.
Yeah. Everybody's got a leather gimp suit hanging in the other room.
The picture. Fucking pigs.
All right, so he signs the paperwork. Oh man, he does a really good job being a sad sack of shit. Look at this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he does.
I feel so bad for him right here, but also you're like, it's your fault.
Doc, baby, you do turn a phrase. I swear you turn a phrase.
Here's your money, Mr. Resnick.
I think this is the part where he says that line I was talking about.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I think it's. Oh, here it is.
4 hours after you make me blind, I'm going to want to cut my throat.
And I'll stop on this doctor forever. Yep. It's weird to have white hair and dark eyebrows. I see the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got Leslie Nielsen hair, though.
He does. Frank Drebin, Police Squad.
And then also in that gallery. In a fairly decent episode.
That was one of the better episodes. Night Gallery was for the Leslie Nielsen episode.
That's in the top 5 for sure.
You yellow bastard.
I can't imagine we're going to do an episode where we do our top 10 for 85 for Night Gallery.
Jesus,
because I don't want to look through them again.
Yeah, I mean, the pilot episode would be probably number 1 for me. Number 2 would be Immoral.
They do the surgery. He goes back to her house later on after she tells him to fuck off. Then he's fired, but he still checks up on her. And then
right, yeah. Well, I think she gave him his paycheck or whatever. She had to have paid him a bunch of money for
paid him at all.
No, I'm sure he got paid.
If he was being blackmailed, why pay the guy at that point?
It's a good point, but I think she still did it for the money.
But she gets the surgery, and then he comes back to her house, and then she has all of her statues and artwork put up in front of her, so the second she can see, she'll see all her art that she can never see before. She can only touch and feel the dust that the maid never cleaned off. So he's like, all right, well, you have fun with this shit. And then he walks out of there, and then she starts unwrapping it, and then she sees the crystal chandelier. She's like, it's so beautiful. You did it, Dr. Whatever. And then the lights go out, and it gets dark. And she's like, fuck you, Dr. Whatever. You fucked it up. You botched it. Immediately curses him.
Yeah.
Cuts the Ghostbusters outside.
Yes, it does.
Where you see the city guys. Dan Aykroyd. They're going to have my ass down there. Come on. Get this moving.
Hey, we called the downtown precinct. They're not having digging here right now. There is no digging over here right now.
What?
What? They told us come all night. We've been all day. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to find them, but I skipped in the next episode.
You trying to find the Ghostbusters scene?
No, I'm trying to see these guys in this episode.
All right. Well, it's blackout. The city goes blackout, and the guy goes, I'm trying to get to Cleveland. Well, you better fucking not go anywhere. You're fucked. Basically.
Yeah. But this is the artsy stuff I was talking about.
Yes. Which I enjoyed.
Yeah,
I liked that aspect of the episode where she's in the dark and she's just fumbling over shit. But the one thing that kind of I've always questioned is why does he turn on the light when he leaves the room? You notice he turns the lights on when he leaves? Is that on purpose?
So she can see it?
Well, so she can, because the intense light would put her in shock. But the whole city goes blacks out, so he has nothing to do with that.
I think he turned on her light and it was like, oh, she can kind of see something through the thing. And he's like, went outside and went to the power grid. And I was like,
yeah, so I mean, that, yeah, exactly. That would have been more interesting.
I just want to show this guy. It's not worth it because it's going to get shot off here. Fuck it.
1969. Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah.
1969.
How dirty the city is.
Well, it's back to it came back dirtier than ever now. I wouldn't want to go to the city for no reason right now.
The blackout's my last note.
Well, yeah, and then the sun comes up and she's in her room and she's like, the sun. She sees the sun in between the two towers, the World Trade Center, which is interesting. But I mean, it's 1969. What do you expect? I mean, it was there. And she goes, the sun! I want the sun! And she falls through the window to her death.
In a terrible...
I want the sun!
And I love that. I did like the cross came with the sheet of glass falling and shattering. And I was just like, ooh, that's interesting.
Child's
like
music
that.
box.
Yeah. Very, very weird. Very, very, very good. Yeah, this one's, I would say, is a solid 7 for me.
I gave it a 6. I like it.
Yeah, just for the history. It's Spielberg, it's 69. It's the first episode. Steven Spielberg goes on to do Duel, and he goes on to do Jaws and Indiana Jones, and the rest is history after that point.
Sugarland Express.
And we don't talk about that one.
Don't skip over that.
Don't skip over 1941 either. Ooh.
Oh,
if it wasn't for George Lucas, Steven Spielberg would not have a career. I stand by that. Because he would never have done if he did 1941, which was a complete bomb in every way imaginable, and he was going to direct a James Bond movie. And George Lucas said, I have something I said, I have something better than a Bond movie, Indiana Jones. He says, at that point it was Indiana Smith. And he changed it to Indiana Jones. And it made way more money than any James Bond movie. Even
and it's
now.
way better than any James Bond movie.
And it's way better than any James Bond movie. To me, that's why I think Steven Spielberg's career was saved by George Lucas. I don't think he would ever have recovered after 1941.
Frank gave it a 4.
That low, Frank? Come on. You got to have some kind of love of Spielberg and Joan Crawford. Well, you don't know who that is.
I'm just going. I didn't even factor in the Spielberg part because I honestly didn't know it was Spielberg until I started.
Really? Well, I always do
I
that.
directed the pilot part of it, but
I
didn't know what part. I wasn't thinking about it.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I always do that. Yeah.
So I'm not even factoring that into my score at all. I'm just going off. I thought it was entertaining. The story actually moved along. It wasn't boring like this fucking episode was.
Yeah,
85 that we did last.
Yeah.
It moved along. I didn't feel its length.
Yeah.
Tom Bosley maybe laughed a few times because he's so sad.
It's just real sad.
And it was
pathetic.
It was nice to see the Rod Serling, the same thing with 16mm Shrine, where the dumb bitch just keeps bitching at people, the old lady, and then she gets what she deserves at the end. Just I guess that's what she deserves. I don't know.
Wait, wasn't that the one where she goes into the movie? Or that
yeah, I'm just saying, like, you reminded me of that episode. But this one, what she deserves.
Yeah, she dies. Horrible death.
I don't care who directed it, Dick. It doesn't matter, Frank said. LOL.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. No, I get it. It's more of this is the history. For reiterating before.
The Night Gallery as a whole is just a bad show.
Nah, you're not wrong.
I like that we have a virtual Frank right now. Like a real simulation. A simulation of the real Frank, I should say.
Hi, this is Frank. How you doing?
What is that? His voicemail?
I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. George Lucas wrote a good movie called Phantom Menace. No, Shaq. Yeah, that's all. I think there's not much else you can say about this episode that hasn't been said a million times by every other YouTube channel.
The trivia.
There should be a lot.
Steven Spielberg's professional
debut
director. Joe Crawford practiced walking around her apartment blindfolded in order to get into character. She failed miserably.
She broke her thigh and she died from infection.
And it's not her first time being a blind person on screen, because this is the second of 2 Joan Crawford vehicles in which she plays a woman who undergoes surgery to repair her sight. And This Woman is Dangerous, 1952. She played a same thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. The segment's Eyes and Escape Route are based upon novellas Rod Serling wrote from the book The Season to Be Wary in 1967.
Oh, okay.
There's, I don't know, nothing too crazy interesting, but
yeah.
I actually get your score more of a 7 than Frank's of a 4. But if Frank hated the episode, I guess I could see both.
I can see why. Yeah, I don't think he's wrong. He's not wrong, but it's just like, it's just.
I wasn't annoyed that much.
Well, I think it was it Bosley that bothered you, Frank. Did it remind?
Frank doesn't like whimsy.
He doesn't like whimsy and degenerate gambler characters.
I don't know, but that's it for this episode.
Yeah.
When I'm sober, I don't want to ramble on, so let's just get out of here.
Ramble on.
Next week, we are doing episode 373 will be Night Gallery 102C, The Nature of the Enemy, and then Night Gallery 203B with Apologies to Mr. Hyde, and then TZ85's 117A, Welcome to Winfield.
Oh, wow. Okay.
By the way, the first episode I mentioned is 10 minutes. The second one is 2 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
The last one's a full episode. So,
fantastic.
Episode and a half for next week, really. Yeah, I could have had on the Academy, but fuck it. That's only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's 3 episodes. They're all really short, and then there's whatever. And then we're also doing Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
Oh, so that's next Friday? Oh, yeah. Gotta watch that movie. Ooh.
We're winding down. We'll talk about that next show.
Yeah. We're next show.
Winding down, but all right. Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dick, and Frank.
Frank Links is
virtual.
Frank is here.
He didn't like the 60mm shrine.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not the worst, but it's pretty bad. It's annoying. All right, so long, citizens.
Good day. Immoral.
You just want to see that clip again, don't you?
I do. It's just, it's my new. It's a bomb. It's a bomb.
That would be immoral.
There you go. Oh, that's funny shit.
All right, saving that. Let's do a brand change here. Bloom, bloom.
So I take it Frank didn't watch Starman.
I can't imagine.
Did you watch Starman, Frank? I mean, I'm not being serious here, but
no, I didn't watch him, man.
I didn't watch the movie, man. I was busy working.
It sucks. The only 2 clips I have in this
I
is.
want you to fuck me, Larry.
It's a bomb!
Good stuff. Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
That's why I bought, because it was the movie version, or this miniseries version. Oh, and also in that other book, the reason why that book's in there's a Rod Serling story.
I saw, yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like,
oh wait,
Rod
the
Serling.
other book.
The other book. I think there's a horror novel in there.
Yeah, there's a horror
with the
hardcover
hands.
one. But
the horror. Yeah.
I thought that was just Stephen King.
No, I think Rod Serling's in there too. I think there's a Rod Serling story in there.
Okay, I just changed my mind. This was the most baffling thing in here.
I found that. I thought that was fascinating. That is a movie CD for like AOL back in the 90s. Like that
CD-ROM, PC CD-ROM of the movie 7 for Windows 95 and Windows 3.1.
How crazy is that? Like it's so
it's
weird.
2 discs, and they're like, it must be like the first DVDs. I don't know.
Yeah, and I bet you the quality is so shitty. Like it's probably
I can't watch it because someone did cocaine off this fucking thing.
Yeah, no, I just bought it. It was just funny. It was just.
Yeah,
it was like $1. It was like $1 at the thrift store. I was like, what is this? I couldn't believe this. And I was like, why did I buy this? I'll just give it to Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. I'd gladly take it. Because
it's just such an odd thing.
I studied it forever. I was like staring at it.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
See, it says, I just thought you gave it to me because of the Stephen King thing. But it has Roald Dahl, Bram Stoker. I didn't.
Right, no, Rod Serling has a story in there. I was like, this is weird. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, Rod Serling, thing about machines.
Yeah, and it's that episode. Yeah,
oh, God.
Which is so weird. Like that's the one they choose for this anthology.
On Chamber of Horrors, that it's not a horror.
It's not. It's like a sci-fi story. It's so weird.
So yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
that's great. Oh man,
Bob.
Works out because I'm trying to get all the Stephen King books in hardcover too. So I can add it in that collection as well.
Yeah, those are getting kind of harder to find though.
They are.
I used to find them in the books in the thrift stores, but not so much anymore.
No, I have a stack out there. I only have this many Stephen King books is 4.
Okay, so you are you're collecting Stephen King hardcovers, okay?
Yeah,
because I find on my quarter days, sometimes you'll stumble upon Stephen King hardcovers, so I'll pick them up for a quarter and send them to you when I can send them to you.
Hell yeah!
And then I can really say medium mail this time.
Oh yeah,
because it's books.
It's really just I have like Duma Key, like the most kind of that era that nobody wants, Doohickey,
Cell.
Well,
I wish I would know that. I saw the Talisman, the first edition hardcover. I should have got it then for a quarter. That would have been worth it. I was like, oh shit, I already have it.
It's only like
I already have it. So I was like, oh shit. I was going to buy it to resell it. But I was like, but I didn't know you were collecting those. So I was like, oh shit, I would have bought it. I would have gotten it if I would have known you were collecting those.
We were going to the thrift store all around just for like a couple weeks, just all the ones in the area, and we found nothing. No hardcover. I don't want the soft, like the paperback. I'm trying to get those hardcovers. I already got all my hardcover Chuck Palahniuk ones. So I'm moving on to Stephen King. And it's fucking hard to find, tell you that.
They used to be easier. Yeah, because people are reselling shit everywhere. Everybody's a reseller now. And it's like anything Stephen King. Like I remember Star Wars books. You can't find a Star Wars book anywhere. Any kind of trade paperback Star Wars books, they're harder to find every time I go out. I used to like to see them all the time. But I did find one that I got for $1 that's worth like $250. So that was good. I found that was one of the best buys I ever had from a thrift store. Really like rare graphic novel trade hardcover for Heir to the Empire. It was the Thrawn trilogy, which is a big character in Star Wars. Star Wars.
You kept
it.
I
kept it. Yeah, because I thought of selling it, but I was like, it'll just keep going up because they didn't make a lot of them. They're hard to find. They're rare. So I was just like, okay. And once the Thrawn gets his own TV show, then that book's gonna go. If it goes over 500, I'll sell it. Then I'll sell it.
Might as well.
Because like I said, I'm running out of fucking room. I don't have enough room for my shit. I gotta sell at least half of it because there's always more stuff to get on top of that. It's an unending shit show.
I'm gonna check the episode I just saved real quick. We're being a special stuff.
Changed it to Indiana Jones.
There we go. All right. That one was. And it's here. And then we'll go to John Carpenter here in a second.
Trying to figure out what scene this is in the background. Is this when they're in the back of the truck?
Oh yeah.
With the baby.
With the baby. All right, let's do this thing. Let's make sure it's going to record audio. We're doing this thing. No theme song. Phoenix West.
Dick.
We need a theme song for the show. I don't think it's ever going to happen. We're almost done.
We're almost done. There's no point. It's done. It's over. And technically, this is I think one of the only Carpenter movies where he didn't do the music for it.
It's a rarity. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first, and even he talks about that because I watched about 3/4 of it with commentary, and the rest of it I watched without commentary because for some reason it didn't continue when I turned it off. But John Carpenter said he didn't do the music, and this other guy did. He really liked the music. He was glad the guy did it, and he says it worked really well with it. So he was happy to not be involved with the music on this.
I think
it's actually not bad. Yeah, it's a fitting score. Yeah, it's the same theme over and over again, but whatever, it's fine. New.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, it's a. All right, so we used to do this back in the day. I don't know if we've done it recently, but history of Starman. Did you watch it when you were a kid? Yada yada yada. First time watching it. Blah blah blah. You?
Yeah, I mean, I think my parents rented this movie. We saw it a few times, and this is one of those movies where we do quote it sometimes. We do quote it. We do the lines, red or green means go, yellow, go very fast. Like we use that one a lot. And then roadblock, I guess, is another one that we use. Like just roadblock, I guess. Like we use that one.
Just repeats that guy.
For some reason, those two lines have stuck with us for 30, 40 years now. So that's about as much as I could say. I don't remember the movie at all because I think I vaguely saw it. Like I must have been really young when they rented it or something because they watched it. I mean, it's a fine. I kind of enjoyed it watching this movie. It's really kind of a simple road love story. And John Carpenter has never made a movie like that. And even the commentary, he was just like, he kept repeating it. He's like, look at this. Look at this scene. It's so nice. I wish I could do these more. They never let me. Like this is, and Jeff Bridges on the commentary goes, John, the shot is so nice. He goes, I know, right? This is so nice. He goes, man, I wish I could do this more often, but they won't let me. I'm the king of horror. Like he kept talking about that. I thought that was funny.
It's sad when you get down that stuck in that. He was pigeonholed as just the horror guy. Like Wes Craven. That's why he did that songs of the horror, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. Music and lyrics or something like that. Or music of the heart. I think it's music of the heart.
Yeah.
With Meryl Streep. With the fucking white bitch. The white.
Never
bitch
seen it because
no.
Not a horror movie, and it doesn't look interesting.
No.
So we both did homework today. You watched it with commentary. My first thought when you said you're watching with commentary, I was like, why? How do you watch a movie for the first time in that many years? And then I watched the movie and I go, oh yeah, you could totally.
I felt the same way. I was like, I'm going to watch it with the commentary.
I did read before I watched it. I just went down to the trivia and I read the first thing that was there, and it was like Jeff Bridges studied birds, so he's constantly
right.
Which kind of he starts to fade away. It's toward the end, which is nice, and he stops doing the stupid voice.
Right, because
he made some choices in this movie.
Oh yeah, and I think even Carpenter said Jeff came up with a lot of bold choices, and we kind of just said, yeah, we'll try that, and we just didn't do it. We just kind of we'll do it later. We never brought it up again. I think they just kind of humored him, but he was nominated for Best Actor.
Yeah,
for Starman, he got the nomination.
Is he the only Carpenter actor to ever?
Maybe. I think
have to be. Who else would?
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I would say definitely. This is it. This is probably the only time a John Carpenter movie was ever nominated for an Oscar, other than Best Makeup or Effects or Music or Sound. Oh my God, what was that?
This is this scene.
The transformation scene. Oh yeah.
I can't tell if it's frozen or not, but it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the scene with him upside down.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's it right there. They actually shot this with him upside down.
Yeah.
And they flipped it. They flipped it over.
Well, I saw in the trivia on IMDb, and it's like, this scene was achieved by, him being upside down and matting him on the frame. I got it. You can tell by looking at him.
Yeah. But it's really cool. It's a nice shot. It's a neat, interesting shot.
Yeah.
Like, there's some good stuff in this movie. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Karen Allen does a nice job. I mean, for Karen Allen being, working at a toll booth for the last 30 years, she did a pretty good job in this movie. Kind of surprised she just didn't kind of continue her career because, this wasn't, this was what, 84?
84, yep.
Yeah.
So
shit. Right after
from 2 movies.
Animal House, Raiders of the Lost Ark, this movie, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal Skull, but we won't talk about that. That fucking piece of shit.
That's not a movie.
It's not. It's a fucking rape. It's horrible rape. It's a crime against humanity.
The South Park pinball.
South Park. I mean, they did it beautifully, and so did Red Letter. Their review of it really worked too, because I was like, okay, they got it. I needed someone to do that because I needed help on that movie because I just was so disappointed in that movie. It really made me sad.
All right, so basic setup of the movie. Karen Allen doing the cliche movie thing with a dead spouse.
Well, again, but this is the reverse because usually it's the husband who's dealing with a dead wife. So this was like the first time it's the woman's point of view, which I thought was kind of interesting. This is like the first time the female perspective of that situation, because usually it's always the dead wife with the husband, and he's got to move on and blah blah blah. Yeah, it's always like Lethal Weapon,
Minority Report.
Minority Report, Lethal Weapon. What other Mel Gibson movie? Patriot.
Mel Gibson pulled up EO projector in Patriot.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times Mel Gibson played a character whose wife died. Mad Max.
God,
Mad Max. Braveheart. Shit. Lethal Weapon.
Twice in Braveheart. Did he have a family?
The Man Without a Face? Did he lose his wife in that one too? Because I know in the book he was a pedophile. Forever Young, he lost his, but he got her back because he found out she was older and she was still alive. But he got old at the end because that was the twist.
I haven't watched Man Without a Face in a very long time.
I haven't either. I have the book. I found it when I was with my thrift store hunts for 10 cents years ago. So I have it. I just never.
So that's a good thing to get rid of.
It's very thin. It's a very short book.
Still,
but I guess
maybe start there.
Well, no, yeah, because it's like it's super controversial. I guess he's a pedophile. That's the whole backstory.
That goes in your pedophile collection next to your Hitler stuff.
Yeah, well, I got my history of
your books from the bunker.
My Polish director, Polanski. My Polanski series of novels. Yeah, they all go
English
together.
And French.
Yes. And Polak.
Not Polish.
Polish, he's Polak. But speaking of going back to this movie,
he's dead.
So I guess he's dead. She's watching home videos, the videos on an 8mm reel, and the alien comes out. He's just like he's ball, and he's scanning. And I thought that was kind of cool. He basically scans the DNA of the hair and turns into Jeff Bridges, who's dead, but he takes that form because he's able to scan the molecules and clone it. Basically, that's how they come to Earth. And that was
sorry, go ahead.
It's the transformation sequence,
where
it was the baby to the boy to the man. And I guess in the commentary, Carpenter said that was Rick Baker, Dennis Murin, and I think he said Dennis Murin. It was ILM to the effects for this movie. But 3 different guys did the effects for that sequence, and he said it's 20 seconds.
Transformation sequence I've seen.
Yeah, no, it's really well done. It's all blended really well together. And they said when he's fully formed and he's got that moppet hair, he's like, it was a really hard. He goes, it was a big decision to make that the choice for the hair because we were like thinking maybe slick it back. But we thought that would be too much because he would have been too handsome, and we wanted him to be kind of more friendly. So the moppet hair was more Beatle. He said Beatle-esque hair, and he said that seemed more friendly. And then I guess during the commentary, John Carpenter goes, "You liked walking around the set naked. Look at you, you're an Adonis," because he's all cut, like he's in really good shape. And Jeff Bridges goes, "Yeah, well. Can't do that no more. Not anymore. Not happening now."
What year? What year the commentary is from?
It had to have been when The Contender was coming out because he talked about making The Contender. Jeff Bridges. He talked about. He goes, "Last movie I just did, I played the president." So it was The Contender. So that was 2000, I think. So this guy, it's an old commentary. It's a real old commentary. Yeah, but it was kind of funny because like they all still sounded somewhat young. Because by that point, this was 14 years?
Yeah. So this is 2.7 million cigarettes before for John Carpenter.
Exactly. Yes. Now just John Carpenter's like this.
And like 240 pounds of marijuana for Jeff Bridges. So
exactly.
A long time before.
Hey, man. That's great. But they talked about Lebowski because he said, like, "Oh, Jeff, you just play every kind of different characters. I mean, you do Starman and you do Lebowski," and he brought that up. I was like, "That's kind of funny. That must have just happened." He goes, "Yeah, you just take these parts and you do them, and that's all you can do."
He's stuck there.
It's what was funny was Jeff Bridges. They were talking about the love story, how like John Carpenter never gets to make these movies because it's basically a love story road movie. Because they're on the road running. So, it's not like a traditional love story. It's a road trip love story. Yep. And he said, Jeff Bridges goes on saying, "Well, I mean, look at it. I mean, look at this. We're intimate. This is us on the train where they screw. They screw on the train. She gets pregnant because he's an alien and he can incubate her pretty quickly. She's going to have an alien baby. And he says, make sure he's a teacher. He's going to be a wonderful boy. Make sure he's a teacher.
He doesn't say make sure. He just says he will be a teacher.
He will be a teacher. Yeah, There he is. Look at that.
I can tell you about his son here in a minute.
Yeah.
But here we go. I wrote down right here, he looks like Christian Bale in American Psycho.
Yes. Yeah.
Look at him. That's Christian Bale in American Psycho right there.
Yeah, very similar. Ah! He has a chainsaw.
Look at him. It's just like him.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah. It's
creepy.
That's
I finally read the thing where Christian Bale, what he based his performance on. I had no idea.
You see Starman?
He said he saw Tom Cruise on the interview when he did that. Sorry, my phone Siri just kicked on because I said Tom Cruise. No, he saw Tom Cruise on like Oprah or one of those kind of shows, and he goes, he had such a friendly smile with nothingness behind the eyes.
Yeah,
he goes, that's what he's doing. I'm like, damn, that's spot on.
Yeah,
so
that's hilarious.
Tom Cruise and his real Tom Cruise.
That's funny.
Like fucking great.
Tom Cruise.
And I also noted that Karen Allen sounds a lot like Téa Leoni.
Yeah.
It's the fucking same.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I would say it's very similar.
I kept like going, oh yeah, Karen Allen. Damn.
Yeah.
It's very close.
I did like Karen Allen in her underwear, though. I thought she was pretty sexy in that.
She has zero butt. Did nothing for me.
It's just her legs. Oh, he didn't catch the part where he screams. She screams and he screams.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
Ah!
Hilarious.
I want to get her dialogue.
Yeah.
Fuck. Nope. I'll find it later, but she sounds just like her. But
yeah.
He takes over her husband. He kidnaps her in the beginning because he has a gun. He doesn't quite know what it is. And I love when he's watching home videos and he sees him shooting the gun and the thing, and he goes, shoots the wall.
Yeah.
And
then
I guess
in the commentary, they said that he had to grab her in that scene when they're out of the car, and I guess she did not like being grabbed like that. And I guess Jeff Bridges was saying she had some issues with that.
Karen
and
Allen?
He goes, yeah, Karen. And so he was kind of like, I don't know how deeply rooted something was going on with her with this. So he never asked, but he was very careful with her. But he said, like, it was kind of weird how he mentioned that for a second, and then he just kind of drops it, never brings it up again. But now it's like,
say this.
Wow.
He's probably just like, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I can't get the engine started.
I just hear Téa Leoni.
I have a magical finger. I can just start the engine right now.
Yeah. So they go on the road. At first, she's kidnapped. She's trying to leave clues behind. Like she stops that one guy. She swerves the car and makes him crash. And then he gets out and he has his little balls. He has like a collection. When he first becomes human, he goes, bah! And throws all his balls in the ground.
Yeah. He's got like 8 balls.
When he uses them, they're gone. And he uses one of them to make the guy who's trying to save her. He makes his tire iron burn and the tree blows up too.
Yes.
And then they leave. They're driving the most inconspicuous bright orange Corvette or Mustang with black stripes on it.
Yeah, she's got
Wisconsin, Arizona.
It's got a nice muscle car that should be in a Burt Reynolds movie.
Yeah, it's he has a little digital map up here. Very John Carpenter. It reminded me of Escape from New York.
Yeah.
And
he used the ball for that, didn't he? He kind of wasted a few of those balls, honestly.
Yes. Here's his car. Oh, sorry. Here's the car. Can I find it? Why can't I find it? There it is. Here's a shout out trying to show. Here's the inconspicuous car they're trying to drive cross country in with a nail.
Yeah. And there's her getting manhandled by Jeff Bridges.
Yeah. But they drive to Arizona, blah, blah, blah. And the whole rest of the movie, we can really kind of fast forward at this point.
Yeah, no,
there's an agent who's trying to find them.
Charlie Martin Smith,
who I just saw in
the Untouchables. Yeah,
he gets killed in the elevator.
Oh yeah, it's very sad. I always hate that.
And he's so light, they hung him on the little thing.
They hang him on the touchable. Take it easy. Take it easy. You want to come out buying your men, you son of a bitch?
I have problems.
You want to do this now? You want to do this now? I love that movie.
It was funny when I got to the scene from Naked Gun, 33 1/3, with all the baby carriages.
Oh, yeah. It was borrowed from Battleship Potemkin, that's what he's going off of. But yeah, it's funny, and Leslie Nielsen doing it.
Yeah, and the movie is a total mess for me.
Really? Yeah, it's so weird. It's so strange to me. What? Yeah,
I liked when it was serious, but then it would have like Looney Tunes sounds and bonk.
Was it the music? Was it the music that did it? You think the music was too much?
The music and literal sound effects.
Music.
Bonk, bonk. No, I like Ennio Morricone.
Where was the bonk sound effect in
the first couple action sequences? There are when Charles Martin Smith has the shotgun at first, when he first kills that guy, and he's like, and he's like walking around. I'm like, what is this fucking Looney Tunes? And it's like he's untouchable at that point. Like he
drinks the whiskey in Canada.
Yeah,
when he shoots it. Okay.
He's drinking out of that.
Oh, are you talking about the part where Sean Connery hits that guy? He goes click, click. Like, he hits him in the balls and he falls down. He goes, "How do you think he feels now? Better or worse?" Like he said that weird clicking noise happens where
it's a lot of it.
It's a weird sound effect. But yeah, that never bothered me. I never thought that
tonally. I'm like, is this a comedy or not?
No.
And they have Sean Connery's brutal fucking death.
Yeah, it's a good
one.
What
is this? Like, this is great. If the movie was like this the whole time.
It's pretty fucking close. There's a lot of darkness in that movie.
I don't know.
You bookkeeper.
I don't think De Niro was the right person.
Really? I think I like De Niro as Al Capone.
I liked him in the role, not as Al Capone though.
Okay,
I never bought. Like if he was just interesting gangster sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think I grew up with that movie, so that's probably why I don't have that disconnection with it. But yeah, I couldn't imagine anyone else being that part other than De Niro, because De Niro that era, just. I mean, again, like he's not he's good, but he's not like amazing. But he's better than he was in fucking Irishman, where he's playing fucking. It says they put his fucking fake face on his 7-year-old body, and it's like you can't fake that, so don't do that.
You're so kind to him saying 7-year-old.
85-year-old cokehead, fucking asshole. De Niro. I wish De Niro would have died in 2000, and like we never would have had like half of his career. The last 20 years of his career was such a joke.
I'm trying to think of another movie after 2000, and I
can't do it. There might be one.
Do you want to say 99? Because 2000 was like that. Men of Honor.
98 was Ronin, and that to me, I mean, honestly, that was a great movie. But after that, like 99, did he do a movie in 99 that was any good?
It was a movie I was thinking of a second ago that I was trying to remember if it was worth it or not. Well, that 15 minutes movie was 99, right?
Yeah, that was a terrible movie.
But he's in 7 minutes of it. He gets killed right away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's in 7 minutes of it. Yeah.
So, talk about the movie. Talk about John Carpenter's.
Sorry, yeah, we're talking about Starman.
I'm pulling up.
This was all Charlie Martin Smith's fault. Who is a director, by the way. You know what he directs? What his number one, like his directing, his genre is animal movies. He's directed the Air Bud films, the Dolphin Tale movies. It's all Charlie Martin Smith, which is hilarious. I think out of all the people in the world that you'd think would be a director of animal movies, it would be Charlie Martin Smith. But yeah, he's got like 30-something credits, directing credits under his name. So he works more as a director now than an actor. And he could probably pick, because he's bald. In the interviews on the Shout Factory DVD, Blu-ray, the newer one, he looks like he could be a bad guy. Like he could be a villain in a movie, because he's bald. He's got his goatee going on. He looks like he almost looks like the character from Breaking Bad, not Walter White, but his brother-in-law. What was his name? Hank. Yeah, kind of looks like Hank, but like a shorter, skinnier Hank.
Oh, I can show him. Pull it off. I haven't pulled up here.
Oh yeah.
He looks completely different. He doesn't look like a huge dork anymore.
No,
he just looks like a dad.
Yeah. See,
still got that friendly face.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, Charlie Martin Smith, I always love him because of American Graffiti. He's Terry the Toad,
which I've still yet to see.
I don't think you'll like it. I really don't.
I don't think I will either. That's why I just
it's I love it, but it's for different reasons. But I mean, I grew up with that movie. That's the thing. And Charlie Martin Smith Charlie Martin Smith is such a great part of that movie. He's so funny and he's so like sweet and charming as that character. And you're like, oh, and then like when they say he was missing in action in Vietnam at the end of the movie, you're just like, oh, that was a downer. Thanks, George.
All right, I just scoured through De Niro's resume from now until the late 90s. So after Ronin, he did Analyze This.
Right. Okay. Maybe that one you can count. Yeah, you can count that one. Probably.
We'll save him for 99. Flawless, also 99. I don't want to get rid of 2000 because Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, that's why.
And Men of Honor and Meet the Parents.
Ugh. Yeah, I hate the Meet the Parents.
Okay, so after that, only 3 movies I would say I like the movie. Only one of them I love, but all 3 of them they could replace De Niro and be fine.
Right.
First one is Limitless. I like the movie. Don't love it.
Yeah, De Niro's barely in that.
Yeah, De Niro, like I said, could replace him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Great movie, actually.
It is. It's a good movie. Yeah, I do like that movie.
And then Joker, which I love.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Joker.
De Niro really could be it could be Pacino.
Well, the only reason he is in that movie is because he can't comedy. That's the only reason De Niro's even in that movie. So it's more of a callback to that movie. It's more of an homage to that movie than anything else. And he's just playing the Jerry character as opposed to the comedian. But yeah, I gotta watch that one again.
So Starman,
Joker.
They drive. There is another scene where she goes to the bathroom, and that character actor who just passed away recently has that.
Buck Flowers.
No.
Oh, it wasn't Buck Flowers.
No, it was that guy from Home Improvement that we always talk about.
Oh,
he just died. He has that gay panic line here. This guy.
Right, he's got the beard.
Guy just died like a couple months ago.
Found out he had alien shit inside.
Take it easy. Up yours.
That's it. But there's a scene where he walks in and he's like, every town, they're everywhere now, or something like that. Like,
I can't remember. I just remember, take your TC. Take your TC.
He goes, up yours. He's like doing both of them.
Yeah.
And then she leaves the note in the men's room or the women's room.
Right. Yes.
And he comes back for no reason. It's like, what is kidnapped? What is kidnapped?
Yeah. Because
he's an alien. The whole movie. Yeah.
He's an alien, isn't no.
It's a 2-hour movie. I want to say that. I think they should have sped it up and cut off half an hour.
Here's the thing: it's not a 2-hour movie. It's only I think it's 94 minutes. And according to the commentary, this was executive produced by Michael Douglas. And one of the notes that Michael Douglas gave to this movie was they had to go back and they reshot some of the movie because it moved too fast. And Carpenter said they had to put in, there was too many quick moments. Like he said, even Michael Douglas was like, it's too quick. You need to have beats here where you slow things down and just have these characters have these moments. And they're just not, it's just moving too fast. And that was the one sort of note they had for this movie was it was moving too fast. So they had to put in more like Charlie Martin Smith scenes to sort of break it up to make it kind of go a little bit longer and give them more time. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I was like, oh, okay, interesting that would be an issue.
Because that's my exact complaint is the movie's fine. And if it was quicker and it moved along at just a faster pace, the movie would be great. It would go from like, okay, to great, to a really solid movie, I should say.
Right.
The way it is, it's just like, it's not terribly boring, but there are patches where I'm like, okay, you did this already. Like, they're driving and then they're going here. Great.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where the movie really picks up is where she goes, they get separated. They fuck he gets killed. No, sorry. She gets killed in the,
he gets shot. Yeah. She's shot by a cop, right?
No, their gun goes off. I believe is what happens. Their gun goes off.
Yeah, and they shoot at her, and they kill her. She gets blown away.
Yeah, there's a whole scene in the diner with the deer. We're gonna skip that.
Yes. The diner with the deer, which is in these movies all the time because he's an alien and he's going to be like all about preservation of life. And this is wonderful. What is this? What is this dead deer on the door on the trunk of a car? What does that
right
mean?
Here when she gets shot. I just found.
Yeah, and it's like a violent.
It's their gun. Oh, okay. It is that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the cops shot her, yeah.
So I think I looked away for a second because I saw him wrestling with the gun. I assume that was,
No, yeah, because they saw the gun. They shot her. Typical cops shooting first, not asking questions. Even back then.
So she's dead. He crashes the car on purpose, walks out of the fire.
Blows up. So he's got to use 2 balls on this bitch. 2 balls.
A lot of bitches.
That's the thing. 2 baller.
No, but he takes her. They're suddenly like in one of those houses that are being transported across the country. They're in there.
That was
it's a cool setting.
That's a neat setting. Yeah.
It was almost as cool as when they did that in Lethal Weapon 4.
Yes.
Very similar. He's hanging out the back. I'm too old for this shit. And
they're fighting. They're fighting Jet Li in the back. He's getting kicked out of the house. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really close, and also really, really close action-wise with this the long highway sequence from Matrix 2.
Absolutely,
like it was right there with it.
I mean, they Wachowski, whatever they are.
The what have you, because they're like backflips and like guns and like swords and they swing and lots of wires and shit. And this one's like he's like and has a ball and goes
He has a plastic hand.
He's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And then he leaves her and she tracks him down. And then this is my favorite scene, the one I was getting to. She gets on a dune buggy for some random guy in a bar. She's like, I got to get this down Highway 80 fast. And some guy's like, yeah, all right. Some young kid gets in his like fucking like pimped out car. I don't know what you call this thing. And he's driving.
I think it was a dune buggy. Yeah.
Yeah. They get to a roadblock that the feds have set up.
Yeah, and of course the Starman is with Buck Flowers, by the way, who John Carpenter has worked with a number of times.
Yeah. He's driving the car. Oh, they already left. Damn.
Roadblock, I guess.
Yeah, here he is. Senior Flowers.
There he is.
But the scene I want to show.
Oh, when he smoked, you see that cigarette he was smoking in that scene? Yeah, that cigarette was like fucking 5 feet long.
It was a Marlboro 400, I believe.
Oh, that thing was the biggest cigarette I've ever seen. I was like, when did they make those? That's incredible. It was like a fucking cigar.
Okay.
And then
she goes.
And then Jeff Bridges smokes it and coughs.
And then he pats him on the back a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to show this because.
Buck Flowers.
Okay, so they're making everyone get out and stand in a line, which seems really illegal.
Yeah.
They could go car to car. It would be faster. It would just be faster, but they wouldn't have the scene involved. But she goes to the guy she's known for 25 seconds because they went 280 miles an hour down Highway 80 to catch up to them.
Right.
He goes, I need your help. I need your help. Create a distraction. And they immediately cut to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
She does not know this man.
No.
He just created a bomb and sped away and the cops chase him. That is
what we call that is the allure of Karen Allen in 1984.
That's how deep her friend zone is.
Yes.
That's how much it means to people.
I'm not going to blow you, but I need you to blow up a gas can with if you don't mind.
He's so on board in the most in maybe even a more conspicuous vehicle than the orange Mustang.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh my God!
It looks like he's going to go in a race with the world's fastest Indian. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins movie in the desert.
I haven't seen that.
I didn't see it, but I know what it is.
Oh yeah, it sounds terrible. Speaking of Indians,
it's supposed to be good.
They run down below the bridge, get into the back of a truck with some Indian girl who's got a baby, which is the background here for it's the poster.
Yes, it's the poster.
And then they drive. and then they get in a train car and they go to Las Vegas.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen Starman in Vegas for 2 more hours, and he's just hitting up all the machines and winning all the machines, all the jackpots, because they win $500,000, and he goes and he buys a car.
If they would have stayed there another 10 minutes, I bet we wouldn't have to watch Rain Man. It would have been a little too close.
It would have been, yeah. Oh, if only.
If only.
345 chopstick there, matches for.
You can't with that movie. It's not a terrible movie, but it's just like
no.
Really, this one. This is the one that gets all the awards. I just don't get it. I don't know.
It's all right.
Starman's better.
Starman, honestly, I surprisingly enjoyed it. I actually really liked it. I thought this was a really nice departure for John Carpenter, and it was really well made. It looks nice. It's good music. The special effects are pretty decent for the time. It's very simple. And there's a lot of neat shots in there. There's a lot of great moments, like directorial moments of Carpenter. I'm just like, man, I wish they would have given Carpenter more to do. And it's kind of sad that he didn't get the chance to do more movies. And I did like that meme you sent me where it says not every director can say this, and like he's got 10 masterpieces under his belt, and he honestly, I mean, he kind of does. I would say for John Carpenter, so I think he's now been fully appreciated in his career and life, because for a time there he wasn't being given any kind of credit, but I think now he gets a lot of credit for everything. Yeah,
the only thing I said about this is I would swap out. First of all, this wouldn't be here at all. I get why people would say that, but I would just swap out Prince of Darkness with In the Mouth of Madness.
Right. Yeah.
I think Prince of Darkness is okay. It's good. It's fine. But
yeah, I like Prince of Darkness a lot, but I do love In the Mouth of Madness more.
Yeah,
I think In the Mouth of Madness has a lot going for it. It's a lot of
Prince of Darkness has little spikes of awesomeness.
Yeah,
but the movie itself is kind of weak.
Kind of boring, and just it's a good movie, good acting, good solid acting. Because in Prince of Darkness, the acting is kind of spotty in some spots, especially with the guy from Big Trouble in Little China, Asian guy. I can't remember his name, who gets trapped in that one room. He has to dig his way out before the zombie woman grabs him.
Some cool visuals. I do want to say my favorite thing from the Dick Box, and I can't believe you remember this. Was this?
Oh yeah,
I was like, no.
That's a last minute throw in. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I got some extra Dick Tracy figures.
I was telling my wife, I'm like, I have 2 Dick Tracy ones because that's all I can find when I go to toy stores out here. I can't find anyone else. So this is my first one that's not Dick Tracy since the early 90s.
Oh no, it's Al Pacino. I figured you would need an Al Pacino figure.
Yeah, it's gonna be Pacino in between 2 Dick Tracys.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I want the rest of these. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this.
Oh, they're cool. Yeah, no, they're nice figures. I like the Dick Tracy figures.
It's got a gun too. I don't have a gun for my Dick Tracy.
They all got different. They're low because they don't hold the guns very well. Their hands aren't really made to hold those guns.
He's kind of pointing off to the
exactly
the side there. Yeah. But they win money in Vegas. Who cares? Fast forward. They drive down to Arizona. They buy a car, drive down to Arizona. So she has now she has a baby because they fucked in the train, and now she has $500,000. So she's set after this.
Apparently, yeah. Because I never see them cash that money out. We never see a suitcase with money in it. They're just
tax forms.
Nothing. Yeah, they're just okay.
Maybe
that's fine.
Back then.
Suspension of disbelief. It's fine.
They paid for the car all in quarters because that's what the casino.
Yeah, like, you get a roll of quarters, and you're gonna be there rolling that shit for years. You have $500,000 in rolled coins.
They drive to Arizona, and they're going to the meteor crater, which I've actually been to. Being in Arizona, I was like, I want to see the meteor crater. I don't care about the Grand Canyon. I just don't. I don't know, for some reason it doesn't do it for me, but I want to see that meteor crater. I think that's really cool. And you get there, and I was sitting there just staring at it, and my family's like, all right, you ready to go? I'm like, no, I just want to look. It's just
I got a few seconds.
Just a hole, but like, what's the fucking hurry? Like, whatever. I don't know. I just want to look at it. It was cool, and it's cool to see like an action sequence there because they're running down there, and the Blackhawks start shooting, or no, they weren't Blackhawks, but they start shooting missiles at them, bullets, and that was their warning. And then the end is just kind of like he goes away in a bunch of lights, And I thought he said he was dying. When he leaves, he dies, right?
Well, yeah, because he's like K-Pax. He's going to catch a beam of light and go to his planet or whatever on the spaceship. But I like that because that's the ticking clock factor. He's dying, and you can see it in his face because that's how good of an actor Jeff Goldblum or Jeff
carry him down there.
Yeah, he's looking tired. You can tell I don't talk as better as I used to, whatever. Yeah. And it was nice. I liked the movie a lot. I enjoyed it. One of the things that I also learned was that the two leading ladies, I think, were bought out again. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I was thinking Clint Eastwood. I'm sorry. I was confusing the two. I was thinking of Clint Eastwood with Sandra
Locke.
What's her name? Sandra Locke. Yeah. No, what was I thinking of?
Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry, not Dirty Starman. But what Jeff Goldblum or Jeff Bridges said in the commentary, he goes, what's funny about like in these movements, because you're talking about the train on the train car scene, he goes, that's a pretty intimate moment. And he says, when you're working with somebody that close as an actor, this is why you have like people who screw on set. Like this is what happens. And he says, well, that's the discipline of being an actor. You don't have sex. And he says, that's the cutoff. Like you can do that scene, and once you're done, you just go home and go to the train or something. You don't have sex. So he says, like, you just walk away. And he goes, I want to thank my wife who allowed me to do these movies. So it's just like, she understood that this is just a job. And I had to understand that, like, this is part of the profession, is that you can easily fall in love with your co-star because it's all there on the page or whatever, which I guess this script was rewritten by a guy named Dennis Reiser.
Paul Reiser?
Dennis Reiser, I think that's what he said, because Carpenter said it was credited to two guys, but the script was completely rewritten. Dean Reiser, something like that, yeah. He said that he was the ghostwriter on it, and he basically rewrote the entire script and made it the movie that he liked. And I guess Charlie Martin Smith said it was like one of the best scripts he ever read, where he said it was so polished, it was so professionally written. It was just like you could shoot that movie tomorrow, like it was ready to go. And he goes, that's why I was like, oh my God, this is a great movie to be a part of.
I showed the wrong driver for Buck Flowers. He was the cook earlier.
Oh, okay.
Was this the cook?
I swear Buck Flowers had the giant cigarette. Yeah.
MC Gainey plays police cop number 2.
Oh, shit.
Apparently he's in it.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that's all right now. Ted White is a deer hunter.
The deer hunter.
Yes, he does a lot of stunts. Jason and all right. Dirk Blocker's in it. He's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And if you recognize him, Dirk Blocker is the guy's name. He plays a cop in Reno. Not Reno. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I mean I've seen him before. Yeah.
Okay, so I watched the first hour last night with my daughter, and she couldn't stop talking about how Jeff Bridges was naked. And my wife walks in and she goes, he's naked. And she's like, maybe don't watch this with her. I'm like, it's PG.
It's literally PG. Yeah,
but for 4 seconds.
1984 PG is a little different.
I know, but I knew I know Karen Allen. I know what they're not going to show. And I know be able to restrain. And I'm like, she's fine. And the movie, I'm like, the movie's boring. She's going to fall asleep shortly. She watched the whole hour. I actually got tired and I was like, all right, I'll finish this tomorrow. It does further. I wrote because when I was young, I used to confuse Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And realizing now that they both have movies where they impregnate a human. I mean, Kurt Russell's was way later,
right?
With Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but it wouldn't have helped out my younger self if I saw all this now.
Well, yeah, that would really fuck you up.
My homework. Oh, one more thing. I wrote down. This is the original version of the movie Paul.
Yes, very much so. Yeah,
I like this more than Paul.
Yeah,
Paul was okay.
It was okay.
It didn't have the Edgar Wright factor and missed it sorely.
Yes.
That it had the Jonah, or what's his name?
Wasn't Jonah Hill, was it?
No. What?
Jonah Goldberg? Oh no, Evan Goldberg? No.
No, I'm the actor who plays Paul. Why am I blanking on his fucking Seth Rogen?
Oh, God Seth Rogen. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, so last thing I want to do, and I did some homework as well. I did some extra credit. You watched with the commentary. I watched 2.5 episodes of the Starman TV show today.
Yes, I'm curious about that.
Okay.
What year was this?
And I am going to keep watching the show, and then I'll sprinkle it in throughout the rest of these episodes. The TV show was 86 to 87. It's only one season. I'll show it right now. It stars Robert Hayes, who's most known for Airplane, obviously. So here's the poster.
Oh,
yeah.
What year was again?
86, 87.
86, 87. Man.
So the premise of the show is he comes back, which is why I was questioning if he's supposed to be dead at the end, because I thought I heard that, and he was clearly deteriorating at the end of it. Starman comes back. Robert Hayes is a photographer, dies in a plane crash. He takes over Robert Forrester. What's his name? I think his name's Robert Forrester in this. Paul Forrester, sorry. So he takes over his body, and then he starts to find the son of Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen's son, who are not in the show, by the way. He finds the son who has his own glowing ball, and in the show, they both have one ball, and it just lasts forever. They don't have to keep throwing them. They don't go away. It's very 80s, 70s, and 80s TV show where it's kind of like Incredible Hulk, where each week he's in a new location with a whole new cast of characters in trouble and has to help them. Very similar to that. The whole plot of the show so far is they're going to trying to find his mom, because the mom gave him up. Karen Allen, after the events of this movie, gave birth to him, waited till he was 3, and then got rid of him, gave him up for adoption so they would be both safe. The kid's parents die in the opening of the first episode, so now he's an orphan. That's why Robert Hayes' character finds him. And then they find a cassette. You'll love this part, Dick. They find a cassette that Karen Allen, it wasn't really Karen Allen, but I'm just going to say.
Well, of course, yeah, I know.
She made for the baby and she goes, here's the real truth of it, and your dad's an alien, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, he already met him at this point. He's like, oh, you're the whole thing you said was true. And he goes, how do you know? And he goes, hey, my mom left me this. And he pulls the cassette up and goes like this. Dick.
Wow.
He has a cassette, and he starts playing the cassette, just holding it. And the feds are like, that's the alien. How do you know? He's listening to a cassette. So, without a cassette player.
What?
There's a whole thing about an airplane in the second episode. Third episode so far is about dirt bikes. Did I watch 3.5 episodes?
Jesus Christ.
Shit,
and not one time did he hit his watch and go invisible.
None.
Like that show, Race with Danger. What was it? That one other show that they did on MSC. That was a TV show that they turned into a movie, basically. What was it called?
Riding with Death?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, I watched 3.5 episodes, it turns out. Yeah, so I'm on the 4th episode right now. I will keep watching it and updating it, but it's so far, I will say this. Not bad. Honestly.
Yeah, interesting. I'm kind of sad though that they just basically Karen Allen. All right, it's alien, baby. I don't want to fucking get out of here. Take your ball with you, you fucking freak show. Get out of my life.
It's one of those things you find out the follow up is everything in the end is horrible. She gave the kid up. She went into hiding because the feds wouldn't stop coming after them. So she just hid the baby somewhere. Was raised by someone else, and then Jeff Bridges, his character, never died. They didn't even ask the people to come back. Or at least Jeff Bridges, because it doesn't make sense that he would come into that body again. So after this first season, I read in the IMDb trivia that Robert Hayes wasn't going to come back for season 2, so they're going to have his character, his real life person, who turns out to be alive, and so he can't have that body anymore. So he'll take over someone else's body. Makes no sense. And they had his funeral already. So how the fuck would that work out? I don't know, but doesn't matter. Never made it past it. But so far, I'm going to keep watching it because it's not bad. It's really not. It's cheap, but it's not as cheap as I thought it would be. And it's actually better shot and like produced than I expected. And the acting isn't terrible. The pacing is what I wanted the movie to be. The episodes truck along. There's chase sequences. It's an 80s show. lots of car chases, and I want that from this movie, and then you don't really get a whole lot in the actual movie. But
yeah, now I'm curious. I'll probably peruse the show and check it out on YouTube.
The opening sequence, once you get past the 1.5-minute opening sequence, which is just very 80s, where it's a clip from every episode of like the father and son shaving.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like a drama from there.
Oh wow,
it's so weird, but every episode has a 1.5-minute long thing. It goes and goes and goes, but
Jesus,
not bad, not great. Not everyone would like it, but it seems pretty solid. It deserves more than the 6 it has, I believe, in IMDb. But
well, maybe it'll get horribly worse as time goes on, because they'll put time travel in the show for no reason, and they go to stop Hitler. It doesn't quite work out.
I don't know.
You're Hitler.
19 episodes left or so, but all right, let's get out of here. So, Starman, what out of 10 do you give it?
I give it a 7. It's a solid 7 for me.
I also gave it a 7.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was very nice and refreshing, and there was a lot of heart to it, and I really enjoyed it. I was actually kind of surprised I liked it so much. So yeah, I appreciated John Carpenter's take on a romantic story. It was pretty well done. Good job, John.
This is gonna be weird. What I'm gonna say. The second half makes up for a lot of the slowness of the first half, but I like the first half more. But I don't like the movie as much as I could because it's slow. I just like the stuff that happens in the first half. I just wish fucking cut out some of it. I don't know. I'm not making any sense, but that's just how I feel. Whatever.
No,
I give it a 7.
about right.
I really like the movie. It's John Carpenter did a really good job not doing a horror movie, and the movie looks great.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to feel like a TV movie for some reason because it seems like it should be a TV movie. The only memory I have of this movie, I remember watching it when I was a kid, but like no actual scenes other than the upside down part. I remember that from kid. I had this as a laser disc, the cartridge ones in high school, because we found it back, big old truckload, literally a truckload of laser discs. Jesus. We all divvied them up, and I grabbed this because I knew it was Carpenter.
Yeah,
I was like, oh yeah, cool. And I never actually watched it on laser disc, but I had it.
That's funny.
All right. I never got to my memories of the movie in the beginning of the show, so there we go.
There you go. Good one. Good memory.
Let's get out of here. Next week is Memoirs of an Invisible Man. And then the week after that is the last 2, Captain Voyeur and The Ward. And the week after that, we're doing our 2 episodes of ranking all his movies.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
And then we're done. This podcast is done. Eventually, we might do like a Vampires Los Muertos every,
Yeah, that's so. Oh God, one of the worst things ever. One of the worst direct-to-video sequels I've ever seen in my life.
I'm considering episode 32 of this show the end of the show.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Yeah.
Oh no, I just realized I do have some. No, I'll save those. I'll save it. I do want to say one thing because this is the episode before the July 6th of 2021 is Adam's death day.
Yep.
He was on this show for quite a bit, and he loved himself in John Carpenter. I do want to mention that. And the other thing on the calendar was July 1st of 2016 was the B-Movie Battle debut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, this one's for Adam, I guess. I don't know. It's do you think Adam would have liked this? I do.
Oh, I think he would have liked it a lot, yeah. I think he would have been surprised. Like, he would have said, "Oh, I'm really surprised, man. I think I really liked it." Yeah, I think he would have enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. Until next time, in the meantime, in Phoenix West.
Take it. Roadblock, I guess.
So long, citizens. So long, John Carpenter. So long, weirdo Jeffrey.
Don't leave me behind. I need another carton of cigarettes.
Oh, I can actually play something.
Oh.
In the last few seconds. Let me switch back over to Anthology because it's on here.
Uh-oh.
Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is.
Anyway, we'll go there after the what have you.
Fantastic.
It's not Lebowski, but you get it.
That's very good.
End broadcast.